What is going on, guys? Judo Sloth here, and welcome to today's Brawl Stars video. You guys have been asking for El Primo gameplay tips. We're going to cram it all into this video. Be sure to let me know down in the comments which videos you want to see, specific brawler, specific game mode. Let me know. And if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to the channel for all of my Brawl Stars content. Now, El Primo is a melee style brawler, so you're going to want to get up close with the enemy. What you want to use him on is maps where you can hide in the bushes, get up close. That's the main aim. And you want to use him alongside a team. Let's dive into some gameplay of Brawl Ball, in my opinion, El Primo's best game mode, and show you how you want to be the tank of the team to help you get the victory. Alrighty guys, here we go. Brawl Ball it is, and honestly I love playing El Primo in Brawl Ball. El Primo is a good beginner brawler, but you really have to get to know how to use him. As you can see, scoring straight away. That is the beauty of having a tank style brawler. Now, you do not want to rush in too much. You want to be the aggro for your team, and you will see me doing that throughout the matches that we're going to show in this video. However, I do a lot of the time run up too much, and you'll see that, guys. There's certain situations where I should basically back off, but I'm there to aggro the team. I'm there to have the enemy team fire at me whilst my other teammates are just chipping away. And my good friend Mr. Flip, he is playing Dynamite. He's basically standing behind me the entire time, and he is able to just continually throw them sticks of dynamite across and basically take down the enemy team with ease, because they're too busy trying to take me out. Whilst that's all happening, if you can get into a situation, because El Primo, he has a huge amount of health, if you can get into a situation where you can pick up the ball and just run it at the enemy net, then you definitely want to do that. There's numerous occasions where I pick up the ball and literally just run it into the net. You have that much health that you have to be trying to do that. But think about when you need to pass the ball as well. So the enemy El Primo was coming at me there. I had to release the ball in order to attack, take down that El Primo, and basically I passed it to myself, shot it off the barrels right back to myself, able to slip it in the net past that Shelly. Now, it gets a little bit shaky here in this gameplay. We weren't quite playing as well in the middle of the game. And by the way, the last game mode in this video, it is the most epic comeback I have ever had in Brawl Ball. We were laughing so much. The enemy team dominated us. And I mean dominated. They had a Mortis on the team who's probably one of the best brawlers for Brawl Ball. If he gets past you, you can't stop him. He's too quick. But basically, with about 2 seconds to spare, we scored a goal to tie it up, and then won in overtime as well. It was awesome, guys. But throughout this, I'm playing El Primo. That's where you want the tips and tricks. So again, I've already mentioned trying to use his health to your advantage. Try and aggro the enemy team. You want them to be shooting at you so that your other teammates can then chip away, take them down. Once they do that, you can literally run the ball into the net. How crazy was that? They were too occupied fighting away at each other. We were able to take them down and literally just run the ball into the net. But you have to think about, you can't attack either when you have the ball. So you can often release it. Me and Mr. Flip got a little bit confused there as to who was going to get the ball, but we could have easily won the match there. Didn't happen. We both went for the ball and then ran away from it. Either way, let's just get back into it. So again, you want to get up close to the enemy brawlers. I've already mentioned that in other game modes, whether it be Showdown, Heist is often good. You can jump into the enemy safe. Bounty's a good one as well. Some of them bounty maps are crazy with the amount of bushes. El Primo is good. You can sneak up on the enemy brawlers and get yourself that huge damage once you are a melee troop. So you might see me on this one. I tend to auto fire a lot with El Primo because it's so easy. You're right up close to him, you're going to be auto firing, but you have to think about it as well, guys, that if there's two brawlers there, you need to be thinking about which one you want to go for, because if you're auto firing, you might go for one brawler, turn around and go for the other, where it might be more efficient to just concentrate on getting one of them down so that you're not taking all of that fire. So do consider that. It's very easy to just continually auto fire with El Primo. It's what I tend to do most of the time because you're in there, you need to just get that fast attack. You don't want to miss. You're not going to miss. You're that close to them, but you do want to think about that as well, guys. If you've got two brawlers, especially in Brawl Ball, you're trying to aggro the enemy team and basically tank for the rest of your team. Look at that epic pass using the super across to Mr. Flip, able to slide it straight into the net. Beautiful stuff. And that's another tip that I haven't quite got onto yet either, is working as a team in Brawl Ball. Passing the ball is very underrated, in fact. I see so many of my team, there's probably a couple of examples in this video where my teammates running up, I'm El Primo, I've got full health, I could run it into the net, they just passed it to me, I could just then run straight forward, but sometimes you just get so focused on trying to get that ball into the net yourself, you're not necessarily thinking about your teammates. So again, with Brawl Ball, you want to be thinking about that, and El Primo has a good advantage that he can break open the barrels. So initially in this match, you might see me diving into the enemies just to kind of stun them, get a bit of damage there, make sure that our team can get the ball in, but ultimately trying to take down the barrels as well. The easier of a shot you can have and the easier of a runway that you can have towards that goal is definitely something you want to be trying to do. So you probably need someone on your team that can break through the different obstacles within the game, and I was primarily that with this brawler. Mr. Flip changed to Jesse in this one, and in my opinion, Jesse is a very underrated brawler. Once you have her right up there at top level, you can heal your own turret by shooting it, and then that will ricochet onto the enemy brawlers as well. So you can do a huge amount of damage. Diving in again there, taking out the boxes, but ultimately clearing the pathway for the goal. So you can see a little bit of a pattern forming here, and this is that match where we have the epic comeback. We were getting annihilated. I can't believe we won this one. But El Primo, you're probably not going to be star player. Don't worry about it. It's a team game. Star player is, it is what it is. I'm there to distract. My teammates, are the ones that will be doing the damage onto the enemy. I'm distracting, they're getting the dynamite across, they are the ones doing the huge amounts of damage, and ultimately, you want to be playing as a team, so you need to be up front. As El Primo, get yourself up front, make sure you're distracting, make sure you are trying to sneak around as well, though you're not literally just running straight forward. Use the obstacles to move around and try and work your way to the enemy team. That's one thing I haven't mentioned. If you have the ball, you want to try not to lose it. Ultimately, this Mortis does a right number on me here, drags me around to the enemy team where they are immune as well. I was laughing once that happened. I can't believe I fell for that trick, to be honest, but it's another good thing to consider with Brawl Ball as well. You now have the gap behind the goal. Anyone that didn't used to play Brawl Stars, that never used to be there. The goal was essentially pushed right up against the edge of the map. But this is where Mortis gets ahead of us, and I can't believe that he didn't do better there in terms of getting it in. I thought we might have even defended that, but if you let Mortis get past you, you can't stop him because he's so quick. He can just dash forward with the ball, and ultimately you can't really get that goal. So at this point, we weren't really dealing too much damage. That Mortis was just holding onto the ball, running back. We figured they were just going to try and defend at this point, and it's a strategy, guys. It is. If you're in the lead, you can try and defend, but it's a precarious game. If you lose the ball at the back there, obviously I can easily get it in. So it all depends on which team composition you have. But again, we're kind of focusing on El Primo for this one, and I hope purely just trying to give you the tips of he's a short-range brawler, a melee-style troop. You want to be up close, so you're trying to sneak up to the opponent. If you're going up against a Colt, for example, you don't want to be just running straight. That Colt's just going to be smashing into you the whole time. You need to be zigzagging, using the obstacle. Here is that epic comeback. Look, couple of seconds left. We get the goal. That Mortis dashing back, could not believe it, and it actually clocks into overtime as we go ahead and get that goal. I thought we were going to run straight up and get it as well, but I knew I had my super just about cooked up here, and as soon as I got it, my plan was to just belt that ball straight into the goal. So with El Primo as well, here it comes. Didn't quite get it. Mortis dashed ahead, blocked the ball. But again, with El Primo, think about if the enemy team is engaged, that's the perfect opportunity for you to get up close. I constantly keep telling you, get up close with El Primo. If the enemy team is engaged, you are going to be able to do that. Be sure to share your tips for El Primo down below, but that wraps it up for this one, guys. Until next time, peace out.